afternoon to all those who are watching this video. I am Fayaz Ahmed Mir, lecturer zoology, posted at Girls Higher Secondary School, Langate. This school falls in district Kupwara of UT of Jammu and Kashmir. I am teaching subject zoology to classes 11th and 12th. Today I am going to discuss with my students about a project that is action of silvery amylase on starch. First of all, I have discussed with them about its objectives. The basic or main objective of this project is to acquaint my students about importance of silvery amylase in digesting starch, and second, the action or mechanism of action of this silvery amylase on starch, and third, how we can observe that a silvery amylase is actually digesting starch in a laboratory. For that purpose, I have devised a task. In this task, there are involved different steps. First step, I have gathered my students in my laboratory and I have divided them into groups, two groups. One group that will handle control set and another group that will handle experimental set. In second step, I have mentioned about different materials and chemicals and equipments that we require in this experiment. In third step, I have discussed with them about different solutions that are involved or that we need in this experiment or in this project. We need 4 solutions, a total of 4 solutions that include 1% starch solution, which is prepared simply by dissolving 1 gram of starch in 99 grams of pure distilled water. Similarly, the second solution that we need here is Lugol's iodine solution, which is simply prepared by dissolving 1 gram of grilled iodine pellets and 2 grams of potassium iodide in 100 ml of distilled water. The third solution that we need in this project is 1% NaCl solution, which is simply prepared by dissolving 1 gram NaCl in 99 grams of water. Final and last solution that we require in this experiment is 1:20 Sedua solution, simply prepared by dissolving or by mixing 1 ml of Sedua with 20 ml of pure water, pure distilled water. So these are different solutions that we have prepared, and in fourth step I have arranged a mechanism by which my students can do the task. I have discussed them to arrange a series of test tubes and put 1 ml of pure 1 ml of Lugol's iodine solution in each of the test tubes, for both experimental as well as for control set. Similarly, in one more test tube, I instructed my students to take 5 ml of starch solution, 1 ml of NaCl solution for control set, and also put 1 ml of pure water in it. And for experimental set, 5 ml of starch solution, 1 ml of NaCl solution, and 1 ml of Sedua solution that we have already prepared. In next step, in fifth step, I instructed my students to conduct different readings for this project. And first, at different time intervals that involve 0 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, and 10 minutes. I instructed all my students to put a drop of mixed solutions that contain 5 ml starch, 1 ml NaCl, and 1 ml Selva solution to put a drop of it into first test tube at time is equal to at 0 minutes. And similarly, I have instructed my students who are handling control set to put a drop in Lugol's iodine solution or first tube of Lugol's iodine solution at time is equal to 0 or at 0 minutes. And then the students repeated this process 5 times or for 5 readings. Finally, in last step, the students observed that there was a change in color of Lugol's iodine solution from brick brown to deep blue in experimental set, in control set, from first test tube or in first reading to last reading. But in experimental set, the color of iodine solution changed from brick brown in first reading from brick brown to deep blue, in second reading to blue, then to light blue, and then to blue, and then to light blue, and finally there was no change in color. At last, I explained my students why in control set the color of solution changed continuously from brick brown to deep blue, from first reading to last reading. Why it does not happen in experimental set from first reading to last reading? Basically, in experimental set we have put a silvery amylase solution, and Selva solution which contains silvery amylase. Silvery amylase digests starch and progressively. That is why in first reading the color changed from brick brown to deep blue, because the entire starch was present when time was at 0 minutes. And in last reading there was no change in color because whole starch was digested. In control set there was always change in the color from brick brown to deep blue, because the entire or whole starch that we have put initially in the solution was present and there was no digestion of starch. I have observed that this project-based learning was one of the exciting methods of teaching for students, and they all were actively involved in this process, and they learned a lot and observed themselves the action of silvery amylase on starch. So I feel that this is one of the best methods of teaching of 21st century, for 21st century. Thank you very much.